most of the time his own crowd and pulls from that energy, and I think it'll do it in tonight and really be ready to play.
So 5'10" sophomore guard number 10, John Thompson, will be the other starter for Gate City. That was the switch from Drew Vermillion in the state quarterfinal matchup that they had. Jaleel Pettiford, the last man announced off the Ari Lee bench to start. And we are getting ready for tip-off. Ari Lee in the white jerseys and white trunks with the blue numbers and lettering saying Fighting Lehman across the front in gray trim. On the opposite end of the floor, going right to left, will be the Gate City Blue Devils. They're in the gray uniforms and gray trunks. Gate City written in blue at the top with white trim. They have white numbers and blue trim. The officials are ready. Gate City is ready. Coach Mickens instructing the team with some final words of wisdom. The crowd on their feet here from Gate City and Ari Lee. They are ready to go here from the Stuart P. Siegel Center at VCU.
Just a packed house. You see a lot of, black and gold from Buffalo Gap. You see a lot of the black and red from the Central Wise. You see a lot of even red from the earlier games with Lancaster here and some green from Eastside. Everybody, this is the marquee game here tonight. No disrespect to anybody else who played here this weekend. This is a big-time game here tonight.
I think it's the big-time game in the state period. I think it's the most talent on the floor. The tip goes to Ari Lee. Everett Castle was trying to push it up to Jaleel Henderson, but it's a turnover. Jaleel Henderson backs the fun with it now for Gate City. Jaden Williams guarding tightly on him. It goes to Irvin, back over to McClung. McClung driving past Jaden Williams under Jarvis Ball, but couldn't get it. Falling offers the shot. Now Ari Lee trying to get a fast break. They go up to Pettiford. Wisely slowing it down on the Lehman. Pettiford now gets it again from Jaden Williams. He tries to stay line for 2 points, and Ari Lee on the board first. Bradley Dean gives it back up to John Thompson. Thompson back over to Dean as they cross half court. We're going to work it up to David George. George will give it up to Irvin. Irvin pulls up for a deep three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound goes to Jarvis Bond. Give it up to Jaden Williams. Ari Lee taking their time off the floor now. Jaden feeds it to Pettiford on the base in the corner. Back out to the middle, over to Everett Castle. Inside to Jarvis Vaughn. He turns around, has position, and it's in. 2 points for Jarvis Vaughn. What a play right there. He wanted the ball, he went and got it. And he went up and made a heck of a play. He did. He went over George and McClung to get that for the layup. Now McClung gives it up to Irvin. Irvin driving against Castle. Who he fouled, and the shot goes down. Everett Castle going to be hit with the foul. It'll be his first with Zach Irvin making a running floater and foul. So he'll enter the line for one more. It's 4-2, 6:49 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a really good play there by Jarvis at the other end. Wanted the ball, got the ball, put it right in. And then right down the court, Gate City comes in with a three-point play of their own.
Zach Irvin makes the free throw to convert on the three-point play. It's now 4-3, just under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Jarvis Vaughn has it at the top. Gate City looks like they're going into a zone. Jaden Williams pulls up for three off the side of the rim. No good. Pettiford was battling, but the rebound will go to Dean. Dean gives it up to McClung. Now McClung working it back over to Dean as Pettiford set him off. Dean will find Thompson. Now McClung spinning into a double team. Offensive foul called on Matt McClung. The basket will not count.
I'll tell you what, Matt McClellan's playing at a high emotion level right now. I think he often does. I think you see it on the highlight film. You see it on the game film. You see him play at a fast pace. And, we talked about Jarvis playing with emotion. We're used to seeing that, but Matt McClellan already playing with a lot of emotion so far for Gate City.
Well, let's talk about the charge that Jaden Williams threw there, too. Amazing defense. Stood his ground and drew the charge. It's a turnover for Gate City, and Ari Lee with the ball. Jaden Williams has it. He'll give it up to Henderson now. Henderson back over to Jaden. Jaden into Jalen. Inside to Jarvis Vaughn. He's being guarded by George. He'll go up, and he gets 2 more points. He's got 4 here early. 5:55 to go. It's 6-3 Ari lead. Up ahead to Zach Irvin. Irvin driving against Castle. He'll dish it out to Dean. Dean to Irvin. Castle still at the top, guarding him tightly. Now they'll give it up to McClung. He'll pull up from the free throw line. He's fouled. The shot won't go. He'll head to the line for 2. The foul called on Pettiford. It'll be his first, team second.
Yeah, and you came back to it, but Jaden there drew the charge, the possession before. How often do we see Jaden do that? He's been doing it all year. But right here, Matt McClellan elevates off the court. He jumps so high to shoot his jump shot that it's hard for anybody to block. Lee there tries bucket. Looks like number 23 there picked up the foul, and the scoreboard's wrong.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, they weren't going to block that shot. They probably just needed to lay off that.
McClung makes the first, misses the second free throw. It's 6-4. McClung held to the 1 point here early. Henderson puts up a three. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Dean gets the board. Here comes Gate City. Bradley Dean leading the charge. Now he's going to kick it over to the corner to Zach Irvin. He's being guarded by Jarvis Vaughn. McClung gets around Pettiford. Back over Irvin. Open for three on the wing. Rims out, no good. Henderson and Castle fighting for it. Teammates knock the ball out of bounds. The possession stays with the Blue Devils.
That's just something you can't do in big games like that. It doesn't matter what team you are. You can't give second possession, especially when they didn't, pick up the offensive rebound. You got to get that possession.
And Zach Irvin absolutely made those 2 points himself. He got a beautiful inbound, missed the shot, then he took the ball away from Castle to get a putback in. He's got 5, but Gate City's 6. Again, the other one belongs to the club. Castle driving baseline. He puts up a shot, and he is fouled, and the basket will count.
What growth we've seen in Everett Castle this year, and I think that play is just the tip of it right there. Is earlier in the season, you probably saw him make that. He wasn't as quick to the basket. His footwork wasn't precise. Right there, precise footwork, turn to the basket, up quick, scores the basketball, and he wasn't even surprised. He just acted like that was an everyday play, and he could go to the line, shoot his free throw.
And Castle will make the free throw, so he has 3. The foul was called on Irvin. It'll be his first. 9-6 to score. Matt McClung driving against Pettiford. He'll give it up to Dean in the corner. Dean puts up a 3. Rims out, no good. Castle hits it, and it goes out of bounds. Possession stays with Gate City. 4:45 to go in the first.
Again, this is the second possession now for Gate City, and both of those leagues could have had the rebound. They don't get it.
Oh, had a chance for McClung. Cutting to the basket. Now they got to hurry up. They get to Irvin on the corner. He'll move it out to Compton. Compton's trying to head towards the basket. He'll give it up to McClung now, who's at the 3-point line. They tried to set a screen for him. He's double-teamed immediately.
Moving string.
Goes to Compton. Compton gets up to Irvin. Irvin driving against Castle. Goes up. Shot will not fall. Jarvis Vaughn gets the board. And he'll give it up to Jaden Williams now. Jaden Williams brings the ball up the fourth lane. The McClung gets in the way of the pass. It's in it for Pettiford. It's not going to bounce. Now we'll see Drew Vermillion come in. He'll sub for Thompson.
McClung just laying up at the top there, and just too quick for Jaden to be able to flip a pass like that through. McClung just moving very quick at the defensive end.
Jaden Williams gets over to Pettiford. Now over to Jalen Henderson. Back to Jaden Williams. Trying to attack the zone. Henderson steps inside the 3-point line, pulls up for the deep 2, no good. Irvin gets the rebound. He's going to push up to McClung. He's going against Jaden Williams behind the back. A beautiful move to the basket by Matt McClung. He has 3. And the foul is going to be called on Jaden Williams. It will be his first.
And you just got to kind of withstand that if you're Lee. He's going to score points and he's going to make big plays. He's that type of player. You just got to withstand the energy that gets fed off of big plays like that. An and-one opportunity, it's what he does. So I see Everett Castle there. He's going to sit down for a second, catch a breather. He's got to keep his head up. He can't be thinking bad about that foul. It's going to happen.
Free throw goes down from McClung. He's up to 4. 9-9 to score. Just under 4 minutes to go. Pettiford has it. He'll get it over to Jaden Williams. Jarvis Vaughn trying to get inside. He'll put a runner up from the elbow. No good. But he gets his own rebound. A lot of bodies on the floor. He'll get the putback to go. As it was Drew Vermillion that was down low in a dangerous place with Jarvis Vaughn standing above him. 11-9. Jarvis has 6.
And all 6 of his points have been 2 hands to the glass layups right there. Great work out of him.
McClung crosses up Pettiford, puts up a 3, no good. Gets the rebound and puts the putback right there. Jarvis Vaughn a little late getting back. So 6 down for McClung. It's 11-11. Jaden Williams over to Jaleel Pettiford. Trey Simmons, who's checked into the game, takes it back to Pettiford. Pettiford 3 is short, no good. Bradley gets the board, and he finds Vermillion. Now we'll give it off to McClung. 3:08 to go, and an 11-11 game here in the first quarter. McClung trying to attack against Blaze Belvin. He's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. He'll head to the line for 2 shots.
If you're going to foul him on his shoot, make sure that ball doesn't get up towards the rim. They did great at that right there. Just strip the ball, and they said they fouled him doing it, but they made sure that ball wasn't going to fly up towards the bucket.
The foul is the first on Blaze Belvin. McClung McClung at the line for 2 shots with 3 minutes to go. Once again, it's 11-11. Looks like Henderson's going to be coming back in the game. First free throw rattles around and goes down for McClung. 12-11.
They haven't changed the players' numbers from the last game up there.
McClung gets the second free throw. He now is up to 8. Jaden Williams brings the ball to floor to Jarvis. Jarvis was going toward the basket, has the ball poked loose. It's going to stay with Ari Lee. I don't know how the Gate City fans are surprised by that, but
yeah, I don't think Jarvis threw it that way. I think that's knocked out.
Trey Simmons inbounds to Jalen Henderson. The ball is tipped, but we'll get to Jaden Williams. Bradley Dean was in the passing lane. Henderson now gets it over to Blaze Belvin. Gate City up 2. Henderson over to Belvin. Belvin trying to find a way inside Gate City's zone. He finds Trey Simmons along the baseline, makes a beautiful move, but couldn't get to finish. Jarvis Vaughn gets the rebound. He'll go up and put it in. He gets paid. I thought Gate City had that rebound pulled down, but they couldn't corral it. Jarvis Vaughn was there, grabbed it, and put it back in. Henderson guarding McClung tightly. A lot of contact. McClung gets the basket and the foul. He's at 10 already here in the first quarter. The basket will count, and it looks like they've called the foul on Blaze Belvin, so he picks up 2 quickly.
And Jarvis was in the territory there, and I think he was questioning, hey, I didn't foul the guy. That's because it looked like they called the foul there behind him on Blaze Belvin. Jarvis was up there contesting the shot, unable to get a hand on it.
Napier's checked in for the Lehman. McClung's free throw is up and good, so he's up to 11. He's 6 points away from the all-time scoring record in the VHSL. Napier kicks it back to Jaden Williams, over to Jarvis Vaughn. He'll give it over to Henderson. Henderson on the wing, decides to give it back over to Jaden Williams, feeding Napier in the corner. 2:07 to go. Jaden Williams has the ball. His team down 3. Napier with a dangerous pass across the floor finds Henderson. Now Vaughn back over to Napier. Napier open on the wing. Lives out to good. Trey Simmons is battling, but couldn't get the ball to go to Dean. Now Irvin has it. He has numbers. Irvin goes up. Gets the shot to go. What a tough shot. As he went up and over Jarvis Vaughn with the shot. And now a double dribble call on Jaden Williams. With 1:43 to go, Gate City has the lead and the momentum.
Terrell Collins timeout.
And now it is a timeout call by Coach Mickens. We're waiting to get the signal on whether it's a full or a 30. It'll say 30, so we'll keep it right here.
A little on there by Gate City, couple straight buckets in a game that I think just to stay close. And that's how slow down that energy right there. And especially after, a turnover for your team that's away from the ball. It's a mid-court kind of effortless turnover. You just want to kind of slow it. Let's talk about this. Let's make sure we're calm, ready to go. A lot of emotion out there. They should be playing with a lot of emotion, but Gate City, some great plays right there. And one opportunities for McClung. He's paying them off back in the free throw. But Irvin right there being highly contested by Jarvis Vaughn. Jarvis is great not fouling him. Irvin still finds a way to get the ball on the bucket.
Irvin back, went through the basket, threw that up, and it went in.
It was a Sports Center type play.
McClung has it. He's being double-teamed by Henderson and Jaden Williams. He puts up a 3. It's off the back iron and no good. Jarvis Vaughn will pull down the rebound. Now he'll move it over to Henderson. Henderson bringing the ball up the floor. He'll pick it to Jaden Williams in the corner. Back over to Henderson. Vaughn was cutting, asked for it. Instead it goes to Napier. Napier back over to Henderson. Henderson pump fake. Now he's going to drive. Gives it to Vaughn at the elbow. Basket goes in as he gets the jumper. Jarvis Vaughn has 10. It's 18-15. Gate City ahead.
The Stars are playing tonight.
Irvin gets it from McClung. He's being guarded by Trey Simmons. Now he'll give it over to Bradley Dean. Dean being guarded by Henderson. He'll give it over to McClung. We're under a minute to go in the first quarter. McClung pump fakes from deep. Drives over to the A10 logo. Puts up a shot. Gets whacked in the head. Misses, but he'll shoot 2. Jaden Williams tagged with the foul. His second.
I'm impressed. Jarvis has been around the ball all night. He's making contesting just about every shot going to the bucket, and right there playing defense outside against Matt McClung. And he's been good not to pick up fouls. He's really precise with where his hands are going. He's not getting body contact, doing a really good job at some body control.
Setterford will check in. Belvin and Jaden Williams going to the bench. Looks like maybe Setterford was going to come in, but ends up not coming in. McClung makes both free throws. He's out to 13. Jarvis Vaughn has the ball. He'll give it over to Napier. Napier, deep two, goes in. Big basket there for Ari Lee, and Acadian Napier makes the jumper to cut the deficit to 3 under a minute to go. Gene brings the ball across half court. He's being guarded by Henderson. He'll give it over to Irvin, who's being guarded by Trey Simmons. Irvin will give it over to Compton. McClung gets it about half court. He had to come out to get that. Ari Lee not giving him any room on this man-to-man defense. Hediford there with McClung, step for step right now. Checking the clock. 15 seconds to go as it gets over to Compton. Cade City appears to be willing to hold on to it for the last shot. McClung has it. He puts up a deep three. Trying to draw a foul. He's started in the paint. Is open for Max McClung. He has 16. He's 1 point away. Time running down. Hediford puts up a three on his own. It will not go. 23-17. Cade City ahead of Ari Lee at the end of the first quarter. You're listening to high school basketball on ESPN 1240 The Ball. City's out for 4 after this.
Cox Construction and Plumbing in Waynesboro introduces the hot water scrubber drain cleaning system using jet propulsion technology and totally cleaning out all clogs, leaving pipes restored, looking and working like new. If you have any kind of clog, big or small, the hot water scrubber will handle it all. Also check out their newest service, trenchless boring and pipe bursting, a fast-growing technique for replacing damaged or broken underground pipe work. No open trenches, no digging in the yard, saving time and expensive reconstruction costs. This service can replace or install new underground service lines. Call Cox Construction and Plumbing for a faster, smoother, cleaner underground piping job. Give Cox Construction and Plumbing a call today at 943-8723. Treating customers like family every day.
The hottest sports on the planet, on the world's leading sports network. The station that specializes in local sports. ESPN 1240.
Where the name comes from.
The Boss.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here on ESPN 1240 The Boss. At the end of the first quarter, Gate City ahead 23-17 over Ari Lee. Max McClung almost getting that scoring record in the first quarter. He ended up with 16. Irvin goes back to Irvin, and he gets a runner from the A10 logo to go down. Zach Irvin has 9. Hediford over to Vaughn. Vaughn from the free throw line gets his jumper to go. He's got 12. 25-19. Again, Leyland, in that first quarter, it was just a game where Ari Lee was leading, and then Gate City got on one run, got the lead, and we've kind of seen about the same place. Irvin puts up a shot, and Jarvis Vaughn returned the center on the baseline.
And he helps them back up. That's the best.
Good sportsmanship. Yeah, good sportsmanship, right?
Yeah, good sportsmanship.
16 fouls on Ari Lee. Gate City was just 2 as the ball goes out. 7:31 to go. And yeah, the official going to tell number 14, David George, put your hands on him again. It's a foul.
They're tight on him tonight, on everybody tonight.
McClung puts up a tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound goes to Jarvis Vaughn. Hediford coming the other way. He'll find Napier now. He'll pull up for a mid-range jumper. Throw it from the side. He's got 4. Zach Irvin brings the ball to 4. Ari Lee shot 53% in that first quarter, but Gate City shot 46%, and they got 8 trips to the line, 8 of 9 at the line. McClung puts up a tough running shot. No good, but he's fouled by Ellison. And he'll go to the line for 2 more. Actually, wait a minute. They're going to say on a reach it was Hediford. So instead, that's Hediford's second. Ooh.
Yeah, 9 trips to the line for Gate City. That's kind of the difference in this game. They're able to, they're called free throws for a reason, and here they are to the line again. And that's 17 points. That's 17 points. I think he just broke it, didn't he?
Play on, says the official. So they won't get that timeout. Rattles around, would not go down. So the rebound goes to Jarvis Vaughn. Vaughn kicks it over to Hediford.
Vaughn's already got 12 rebounds in this game.
Vaughn over to Napier, inside. Back to Vaughn, over to Henderson. Henderson with a straightaway 3. Dumped it. Plus the nylon for Jalen Henderson, and the deficit back to 2.
That's a good sign. Get Henderson on the scoreboard early. We've seen him, not get there in past games, and he's been slow to get going all night. So let's see if that helps spark him into the second half. And I think one more point, then we might get that timeout for maybe back upon.
Because he's tied it. So Irvin misses the jumper. Rebound pulled in by Napier. Gate City led the fast break scoring in that first quarter 8-0. So RLE does not have a point in the fast break, which usually is not an issue for RLE, but they're going to want to cut those fast break opportunities out in this one. Matt McClung blocks Jarvis's long shot, but it goes to Ellison. Ellison goes back up, and he's fouled. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, and Matt McClung, that's his height there. Jarvis Vaughn shoots that shot all year, never gets it touched, not even by post defenders. But there's a guard coming out there and jumping as high as the peak of Jarvis Vaughn's shot, able to block that. But great job there by number 24 from Robert E. Lee, Isaiah Elson, to grab that ball, stick with the play, put it back up, and get a trip to the line.
RLE was 1-1 in the first quarter. They missed the first one here in the second quarter from the line. And that has been the big bugaboo for RLE this season is free throw shooting. They're going to have to improve on that. The foul was called on George, by the way. David George picked up his first. Ellison, 1 of 2 from the line. He's on the score sheet now. Trey Simmons will check in for Ellison.
See what Simmons can do coming in this ball game. He's provided some good minutes for Lee throughout these playoffs. I think they're going to need him to get on the scorebook here and, put up 6 to 8 points here.
Zach Irvin will get the inbound. Taken by Jarvis Vaughn. He will dribble past him, and now he's going to go straight to the basket. He's going to pull up as Trey Simmons did a good job cutting off the ball. And now Gate City going to try to regroup the offense a little bit. McClung has it. He's going to drive past Jarvis Vaughn, but now we're going to get Vaughn on his first foul of the game. -1. His leg was stuck out there. Don't argue it. His leg was stuck out there as McClung was trying to get by him to go baseline. He's fouled. It's a 1-1 situation. It's the 8th team foul.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this before it happens. If I'm Lee, and he hit the scoring record and they stop the game, I'm just taking that as
an extra timeout.
An extra timeout, but offensive. That we have to stand here through this. I'm going to let that fire me up a little bit and, try to score, break that record in this game. Try to score 2,000 points of my own.
McClung, this was the last 2 free throws that would have put him as the sole owner of that scoring record. Right now he's tied. There's a turnaround jumper for Jarvis Vaughn at the side of the key, about halfway up the key, got it to go. RLE back in the lead now, 27-26. Vaughn picking up point 14. Zach Furman driving to the basket. That shot blocked by Jarvis Vaughn. They will find Jalen Henderson, who goes right by the defender. Now he's going to take it inside. He blows the block. Up to Sabrina Deep City, man. I thought it was a dangerous 5 in there, but the foul call. 2-shot. Foul called on Vermillion for Deep City. It's his first. Henderson at the line for 2 shots. 4th team foul on Gate City.
I like the confidence. I like going to the rim. When you have 2 defenders there, you might want to look at the guy in the corner spotted up ready for a 3-pointer. I believe it was Napier over there ready for the ball. Maybe we'll give him that a stronger look.
Henderson misses the first free throw off the side of the rim. Second one coming. Will bounce off the front of the rim and not go down either. Rebound going to number 22, Jonathan Sally. McClung brings the ball up the floor with 5:15 to go. Pettifer was reaching in, no whistle call. McClung turnaround jumper in the lane goes down. And that will be, that's the record, 19. He has the record. Henderson fouled by Bradley Dean. It's the 15th foul. First on Dean.
So he gets the record. They're not going to stop. If I'm either team, I'm just on that. Not stopping to recognize it. Keep this flow going. I think both teams have a lot of positive building right now, so either side probably doesn't want this thing to stop.
I'll say plenty of time to recognize it after the game. It's a 28-27 game. Gate City ahead by 1. Henderson will work it over now to Trey Simmons. Simmons looking at Darian Simmons. Doesn't go inside. Instead, he'll go to Napier. Napier with a runner. Off the glass and in for Napier. He's got 6. He's having a big game here in the state championship. That puts RLE back up 1 with 4:35 to go. McClung brings the ball up the floor. He's going to be guarded by Darian Simmons. Now Trey Simmons picks up McClung. He puts up a tough shot and gets it to go home. He's got 21. Henderson over to Napier. Napier on the wing will give it back to Henderson. Vaughn gets it outside the 2-point line. Then he'll give it up to Trey Simmons. Henderson from the wing for three. Off the front of the rim. No good. Garrison has had an easy putback. He just put a little too much on it. And it goes straight to number 22, Jonathan Sally, who will give it up to Max McClung now.
Yeah, I really want to see those offensive rebounds turn into points.
McClung driving to the basket. Acrobatic move is improved. He has 23. Trey Simmons has it in his hands now. He's moving toward the corner, gives it up to Jarvis Vaughn. Vaughn squash Bruce team, and the coach's son, Bruce Williams, jumps in there and forces a jump ball situation. Possession stays with the Lehman.
Jarvis got that ball low there. He wasn't protecting it the way he needs to. He gets away with that throughout the year. Not going to get away with it tonight. Little reminder right there from the coach's son from Gate City.
Full timeout for Gate City, so we'll take a break as well here on ESPN 1240 The Boss. We'll be back right after this.
Looking for that team jersey or sweatshirt to wear on game day? Or that team jacket to wear around in these frigid temperatures? At Monty Sports, they have you covered. Monty Sports has team jerseys, hats, t-shirts, and team jackets, and plenty of other sports memorabilia that keep you in the game. Get one for the fan in your family. NASCAR, college, NFL, MLB, or any other sport you follow. Monty Sports has the gear. Located in the Stand Mall, Monty Sports for the fan in you.
Chateau Lafite Rothschild, 1877. Picasso, Blue Period, 1904. Roto-Rooter Jingle, 1954. What a classic!
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain.
For a clog-busting company?
Wrong-o! North America's largest sewer and drain cleaner. When they're needed, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Siegel Center here in Richmond, Virginia. Ari Lee will get possession coming out of a timeout. It's 32-29. Gate City ahead. Jaden Williams looking for somebody to inbound it to. He will get it to Blaze Velvin, who will kick it immediately back to Jaden in the corner. Velvin has it on the wing. He's going to work it over to Napier. Open for three. He got a hand out there late. Misses the shot. The rebound goes to Jarvis Vaughn, who fairly avoids the block. Napier has it. He goes over to Henderson. Henderson has the pass tipped. Looking for teammates, he'll get it back to Napier. McClung got a hand in there. Napier over to Henderson. Nobody in the corner, which fooled Henderson a little bit. Luckily, he didn't let go of the ball. Napier back over to Henderson. Now he'll find Velvin in that corner that he was looking at. Henderson, Velvin. Jaden Williams inside. Puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Zach Irvin gets the board, and he is going to blow by Jarvis Vaughn. Drew Vermillion back to Irvin. Goes up and gets the layup before Jarvis Vaughn to block the shot. Irvin has 11. McClung tips the pass, knocked out of bounds. Jaden Williams and Ari Lee need to recover from this run. They're down 5 right now.
It's a mini run. I mean, it's just a couple buckets in a row for Gate City. Lee has found a way once, really only once before. They did a good job going right back, and all of a sudden then they release.
Blaze Velvin gets it over to Jaden Williams. He's going to get over to Blaze again. Blaze over back to Jaden. Not a lot of movement here from the Ari Lee offense. Velvin moving to the other end of the floor now, dribbling to the opposite wing. Still looking for teammates. Goes inside to Jarvis Vaughn, who has position. The point from behind, rejects it. And now Bradley Dean has the ball. Dean gives it up to McClung. McClung on the far wing, being guarded by Pettiford. He'll go in between Pettiford and Jaden Williams. Puts up a tough acrobatic shot. 2 years to go. Jarvis had it. It's out of bounds. McClung spiked it. And possession will go to Ari Lee. And now the official going to talk to Jarvis and Zach Irvin.
I think it's two players of emotion. Yeah, I think it's two players that play with a lot of emotion every single night. We know Jarvis does. From what I've seen on film, Irvin does as well. And so it's fine. Talk about it. Calm on down. Let's move on. There doesn't need to be too much more to it.
Jarvis inbounds it to Blaze Velvin. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Jaden Williams goes inside to Castle. Castle puts up a tough shot. No. But Pettiford pulls in the board. Pettiford over to Velvin. Velvin pulls up for 3. No. Rebound this time goes to Irvin. Irvin running around Jarvis. It's a good screen that time from Sally. And Irvin goes coast to coast. Off the back iron, no good. Vaughn had it, lost it. Sally with the putback goes in. 36-29. Case City ahead with 1:33 to go. Pettiford back to Velvet. Jarvis gets it at the top of the three-point line. He'll lose the handle. It goes to Dean. Dean to Sally back into the hands of Dean. And Case City now able to regroup a little bit. McClung has it. Near half court. He's going to drive past Pettiford. Put up a tough shot. Off the back iron goes. Rebound goes to Sally. He'll flip it away from Jason Williams. Vermillion to Irvin. Irvin calls for the ball. He got it. Now he's being guarded tightly. McClung feeds it back into Irvin. Whistle. And they're going to get two shots. Looks like the foul is called on Blaze Melvin. That's going to be his third. He is in early foul trouble.
And that foul happened before the drive there. It was on the floor. It's going to be two shots because that's team foul. Just a really late whistle on a play. I mean, the player got the ball, drove to the bucket, and the whistle sounded like it came from the end of that part of the play. Wow. I mean, just really late whistle.
First free throw won't go down. He's got another one coming.
Here comes the fresh legs for Robert E. Lee. As this is a lineup we don't often see for Lee, with both Jaden, with both Jarvis out. No Blaze and Pettiford on the court here.
This will be a big last minute of the half. They're down 5 right now with the substitution. Another free throw on the way for Irvin. Free throw rattles around, will fall, so really down 6 after the substitution. A minute to go. Pettiford moves it over to Napier in the corner. Napier dribbles once, puts his back to Pettiford. I'd say Henderson probably your leading scorer. Henderson barking some orders to get the offense moving. A long, dangerous pass back to Napier. Dean was trying to cut it. Napier pulls up the mid-range shoot. Off the back of the rim, no good. Up ahead to Max McClung now. He's going to go sky. Won't quite get the dunk, but he will get 2 on a layup. Won't move that time by Ellison just to pull up and not foul him. 39-29. It's now a 10-point game. And Ariely appears to be content to hold on for the last shot with 20 seconds to get to. Kansas City with that as well. They are on their feet. And they are making some noise here in Richmond, Virginia, with their team up 10. Both sides of the gym with Case City and Lee fans. So the sound is surround sound. Napier pulls up a corner three. No good, and that is the buzzer. 39-29, Case City ahead at the half. We'll take a break here on ESPN 1240 The Monk. We'll be breaking down the first half after this.
We're back. Long-time listener, first-time caller, Boris, you're on the air.
Please, I need T-shirts for softball team and trophies as well.
Boris, you're in luck. Shenandoah Awards and Apparel at 220 Frontier Drive in Stanton can tackle all of your softball needs on this, shirts and trophies.
What about signs for business?
They've got you covered there too, Boris. They have their own sign department right there in the shop and do installs as well. Not only that, but they do engraving, embroidery, screen printing, graphic designs, and sell 511 and proper tactical gear and clothing as well.
Brian, you are savior, number one guy. Thank you very much.
Well, Boris, thank Shenandoah Awards and Apparel at 220 Frontier Drive. Call 540-886-6872.
Moffitt Paving and Excavating take great pride in offering a variety of professional services with quality work and an impeccable reputation. Need your land cleared? Call Moffitt. Ditching or site grading for your business or residence? Call Moffitt. Need a parking lot, tennis court, or driveway? Call Moffitt. They'll be happy to give you a free estimate. For the quality professional job you need done, call Moffitt Paving and Excavating at 886-7239. Moffitt Paving and Excavating on the Old New Hope Road in Stanton is licensed and insured, and their name says quality. Call 886-7239.
Hajoka Corp is the oldest plumbing supply company in Stanton, serving Stanton and Augusta County for over 50 years. Hajoka is a wholesaler of A.O. Smith water heaters, Delta faucets, ISE disposals, and a full line of other plumbing products. Hajoka also features their own private label products such as LuxArt faucets with a high-end finish at an affordable price. For all of your plumbing needs, go by or call Hajoka Corp today. Located at 401 Commerce Road, Stanton, or call 540-886-0787.
Is your vehicle falling apart, nickel and diming you to death? Credit not the greatest, but you have a job and you need a new vehicle now? Everyone thinks of MasterTech Automotive as a great place to get repairs, but did you know that we have a large selection of used trucks, cars, and 4x4s? Right now, we're overrun with trucks, and if you just happen to be getting a tax refund, use it to get your new wheels at MasterTech Automotive. Check out our quality used cars and trucks with warranties and get guaranteed credit approval. Drive around our lot and pick yours out today. MasterTech Automotive, right next to the Stanton DMV on Route 11. MasterTech Automotive, we're right behind you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here on ESPN 1240 The Boss. Max McClung, the all-time point scorer in his career and of all time in the VHSL. 25 points in the first half allowed that to become possible. Gate City shot 50% in that first half, and that's the reason they're ahead right now, 29.
Yeah, great shooting there in the first half, and I mean it was equal for both quarters. It's a consistent scoring flow out of them, just knocking down shots. The reason they were winning after the first quarter was their trips to the free throw line, but the reason here that they've extended the lead in the second half is these fast break points. They've been able to pick up big-time points there in the second quarter, particularly, as they were just getting down the court quicker than Lee could get back to defend it. And Lee's got to make sure they get a guy back to be able to contend with balls getting thrown down there so quickly. And it's just been the speed of Gate City is something that Robert E. Lee hasn't seen this year. I mean, it's plain and simple. Now, they've stuck with it pretty well during the first quarter more so, but the second quarter you could kind of see that wear on them. In all honesty, I think Jarvis, his energy level in the second quarter dwindled just a touch. And I think maybe an early second quarter break for him might have really benefited him. So I think that's something Terrell might want to look at here in the second half. Jarvis can start the second half, but then at some point maybe give him a break so that he can close with full energy. Because, I mean, he pulled him out for the last minute of the first half, and kind of unusual, I think. And I think that's something to be kind of noticing here in the second half, as you're going to need a lot of Jarvis in the second half. You're going to want full, fresh Jarvis, not, a step behind from what he was in the first quarter, Jarvis.
Yeah, look, the Lehman had their largest lead of this game in the opening minute when they were up 4. Gate City now with a 10-point lead is the largest lead anyone's had. And they've, really pulled away. You mentioned McClung dominating, especially in that second quarter taking over. He's got 25. So it's actually kind of split there because he had 17 at the end of or 16 at the end of the first. But the other guy that we mentioned in the pregame for Gate City, Zach Irvin, he's had a big half. He's got 12.
Yeah, 12 points, 4 rebounds. He's had a heck of a game. Really did well on the boards there, battling against what Jarvis Vaughn was bringing. And so, they were battled down low for Zach Irvin's defensive rebound. He'd get it, and also he'd take it coast to coast, or he'd release it and then get down for an opportunity to score. They have a real good release and get down the court. And Lee's just going to have to counter that a little bit. They should have been able to recognize it by now. I think they did. They got to be with it in the second half and slow that down. I'm telling you, Matt McClung is as advertised. We saw it last year. We're seeing it again this year. I mean, he had 25 points there in the first half. He's on pace for 50. They need to slow him down. You want to keep him below 30. But what we said before the game, it ain't happening now. Now you need to make sure that you can keep up with him, but also keep him at a pace that you can keep up with is the thing. Because that was a big difference there. Jarvis Vaughn had a great first half, 14 points. I mean, he was taking power dribble, 2 hands to the glass, turn, 2 hands to the glass, really well in the first quarter. They need to find a way to get back to that. I know Gate City made some adjustments to keep the ball from him down in the post, but there's still, Lee's has plenty of teams do that every single week. But they need to make some adjustments, get him the ball in that position. Jarvis Vaughn has been shooting well from the the mid-range jumper, he does that well, but you don't want to depend on that all night. You want to get into answer glass with that high percentage shot.
Yeah, and Ari Lee, what do we talk about every game as their weakness? The free throw shooting. Now, they didn't go to the line nearly as much as Gate City. Gate City was there 3 times almost as many times. They were 10 of 14 from the line for 71%, but Ari Lee, even when they got there, weren't making the free throws. 2 of 5, it's not going to be good enough. You have got to make free throws if you get there in this game.
And part of that is, the reason Gate City's getting to the line a whole bunch is because there's 19 fouls against Robert Ely, at least 19 fouls there in the first half. And, 9. And so you have Jaden with 2, Jaleel with 2, and Blaze Belvin with 2. Those are your point guards. Those are your guys you want to bring the ball up. And between the 3 players, they have 7 fouls. So they're going to have to kind of pay attention to that. Jarvis did a good job not getting the foul trouble, but those guards is what you're looking at you're Lee. If Lee is able to get the line more, that means some of Gate City's guys can start getting maybe into foul trouble. No one has 2 fouls on Gate City. That's a real big stat there. As you know, these high scores, Matt McClung, Zach Irvin, they aren't, any kind of foul trouble. 1 foul each for them so far. So really something to watch there. We're going to the second half.
Yeah, and really quickly here before we get a break, I think the other thing with those fouls, these officials are letting them play. The problem for Ari Lee is McClung is starting to drive past those guards, and they're reaching late. Something they've been able to do all year is reach in at the last second, poke it away. They're not able to do that tonight. And McClung has the awareness when he feels the contact, he goes up. So he's going to the line in those instances. He's taking 11. He's taking 11 of those teams' 14 free throws. So we'll take a break here. When we come back, it'll be the second half here for the Siegel Center. Ari Lee trailing by 10 to Gate City, 39-29. Join us for the second half and see if the Lehman can provide the comeback here on ESPN 1240 The Boss.
We're back. Long-time listener, first-time caller, Boris, you're on the air.
Please, I need T-shirts for softball team and trophies as well.
Boris, you're in luck. Shenandoah Awards and Apparel at 220 Frontier Drive in Stanton can tackle all of your softball needs on this, shirts and trophies.
What about signs for business?
They've got you covered there too, Boris. They have their own sign department right there in the shop and do installs as well. Not only that, but they do engraving, embroidery, screen printing, graphic designs, and sell 511 and proper tactical gear and clothing as well.
Brian, you are savior, number 1 guy. Thank you very much.
Well, Boris, thank Shenandoah Awards and Apparel at 220 Frontier Drive. Call 540-886-6872.
Chateau Lafitte Rothschilds, 1877. Picasso, Blue Period, 1904. Roto-Rooter Jingle, 1954. What a classic!
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain.
For a clog-busting company?
Wrong-o. North America's largest sewer and drain cleaner. When they're needed, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For over 40 years, the Shenandoah Valley has relied on one name when it comes to quality agricultural-like commercial and residential-related post-frame construction. Virginia Frame Builders and Supply, located on Expo Road in Fishersville, has been the Valley's premier source for projects ranging from garages, equipment sheds, cattle and equine structures, to winery and brewery facilities, and everything in between. With a sales staff dedicated to designing a structure custom suited to your desires and budget, make Virginia Frame Builders and Supply your first stop for building and design needs. Visit us on the web too at VAFrame.com. Virginia Frame Builders and Supply, providing quality buildings and supplies since 1975.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here at the Siegel Center. Second half underway. Gate City inbounds to Irvin. Irvin will give it up to McClung now. McClung trying to get inside Ari Lee's defense, which is playing with a little bit of renewed energy here out of the locker room.
That was going to be my point. We come back from break, saying what we need in the second half. Lee has to play with that half-court defensive intensity that leads to so much success. That's what they did in the first half when they were playing well.
Irvin gives it up to Thompson, over to McClung. McClung still at that three-point line. Thompson thought about three, didn't take it. They'll give it up to Dean now.
It's been a 1-minute possession here.
And goes off with a shoelace to Dean. Over the baseline, out of bounds, possession to the Lehman. Gate City had 3 players score. Max McClung, Zach Irvin, and Jonathan Sally. And his basket wasn't intended, really. He just happened to get the ball down to him, off an offensive rebound, and got the putback. Vaughn has it. He's going to be fouled down low. Let's see if the official says it was on the floor or not.
Since in the second quarter and on, anytime Jarvis Vaughn gets the ball down low, it's like 3 people crashing down on him. And I think that's what it takes to try to stop him right there. We saw it again out of Gate City.
I believe the foul was called on Irvin down low. Ari Lee will get the inbound just barely. Oh, my goodness. Hennifer finds Henderson now in the corner. Henderson driving, baseline, puts up a tough shot. No, Castle got the putback. Looked like he was fouled. The official says no, and now a foul is called on Jarvis Vaughn.
He's going to argue. I mean, he's going to not agree with the call. I agree that he shouldn't agree. The official called it was from behind him, but you're in a bad position there. Those fouls get called. Luckily, he's kept himself out of foul trouble in the first half, or that foul is affordable. Just can't have more of those.
Yeah, just his second. Irvin goes by Castle. Irvin puts up a tough shot. He's going to be fouled, and he'll enter the line now. Actually, the officials say it's on the floor.
We talked about these officials letting them play in the first half, and already some whistles here that makes me wonder if they're going to try to tighten up on things. I think we saw plays with more contact in the first half and not called. Right there, that foul, I think we saw get moved fast in the first half, honestly. I think it's better when it is called. I think teams stay under control when things like that are being called correctly.
They call a foul on Jaden Williams. And if you're calling a foul on Jaden Williams, it's got to be a shooting foul because his contact didn't happen until Irvin was in the air with the ball in the air. So I think they missed it. It was on Pettiford for a reach on the floor, but McClung had it. Trying to go to the basket, tried to get it up. Jarvis Vaughn gets in the leg, gets the ball now. Pettiford coming the other way. Pettiford gets it over to Napier. Napier trying to go baseline. Off the backboard in. Napier has been kind of that second guy, if you have one, for Ari Lee. Vaughn had 14 in the first half. Napier with 8 right now. McClung gets it up to Dean. Dean over to George, back to McClung now.
Very patient offense out of Gate City. We didn't see any of this in the first half.
Irvin being guarded by Castle. Irvin tucks to go inside, pokes away by Castle. It goes to Napier. Napier with a behind-the-back dribble. Now he's going to pull it up and give it to Jarvis Vaughn. He gets it to the three-point line. Taken away by Matt McClung. Napier coming in defense, but it's going to be an open two-point jump for Matt McClung. His first point of the second half with an exclamation point 27 dunk against them are not something the Lee faithful are used to seeing.
Suddenly the team.
No, Vaughn has it. He goes up, tough shot. No, Irving pulls down the board. He's going to get it and come the other way past Henderson. He's got nobody between him and the basket. He gets the run to go. It's 14 timeout. Coach Pickens in the lead. And Coach Pickens is telling his team, I don't want to hear about it with the officials. And the timeout is going to be a 30-second timeout. Terrell's upset
with his guys a little bit. He's also upset with the officials, but he's telling his guys, don't be upset with the officials. That's his job, and that's exactly the right truth. He needs to be worried about the officials. The players don't. Foul calls happen all the time that aren't what you think they should be. You got to be able to move on from that, and I think we're seeing Lee thinking about the foul call instead of getting down the court and covering Gate City who's about to put in a layup.
That's a tough break there, and look, I think the most frustrating thing from the officiating standpoint is the inconsistency, and I'm not even talking about based on the color jersey, just case-by-case basis. There's sometimes, I mean, even the shot Irvin just made, there was a lot of contact on that shot, and there was no whistle that time, and there's other times where it looks like if you breeze on him the wrong way, it's a foul.
Yeah, it's a little inconsistent, and I think it's inconsistent between individual referees here. I don't think it's just the whole crew. I think each one of them are inconsistent.
Vaughn trying to take it up. Instead, he's getting a little too out of control. The ball goes out of bounds. Stays with Lee as it was smacked out by McClung. Jarvis Vaughn needs to keep his head here, though. Inbounded to Jarvis Vaughn. Trying underneath the basket. He's being guarded wisely by Dean as he keeps his feet and hands straight up. Forces the miss. Up ahead to Irvin. Irvin posts in and glides in for a Larry Bird-type layup. He's got 16. Napier the other way. He gets an up and under layup. Gets in the air and goes in.
Wow.
The Turkish shot call Napier has set.
And that was a fortunate tip. McClung's getting a little full of himself now.
Yeah, almost taken away by Pettiford. Now he's going to drive to the basket. Looked like a maybe up and down. He gives it up to Irvin. Irvin gets the basket. Irvin has 18. He's running away with things here in the third quarter. Pettiford and Napier. Napier along the baseline, gets it to go. He's stealing it. He's got 12. Yeah, he's a scorer. McClung gets the inbound, gives it back to Bradley Dean. Everyone kind of taking a breath here, but only for a moment. The ball goes out of bounds, off of Jarvis Vaughn, and will stay with Gate City.
That's the right call right there. Jarvis did a good job getting in the way of that pass. It hit off his leg, went out of bounds. Hear a couple sighs from the fans here, but no, that was the right call.
I think this is a good decision. We see Allison check in for Jarvis now. Coach Mickens has got to get Jarvis to take a breath and cool down a little bit. Irvin gets the inbound, puts up a tough shot, guarded great by Pettiford, but Irvin gets it to go. A turnaround one-handed shot. He's got 20. Napier over to Pettiford. Now Castle has it at the top. Over to Henderson on the wing. All the way across the floor to Pettiford. Napier has it, dribbling toward the corner. He'll go back to Pettiford. 4:10 to go. Lee trailing big now. Napier trying to go through his legs. Instead, it's a loose ball. Castle touches it on the baseline. It's a turnover. Possession to Gate City.
That ball is getting turned over. Castle really did a good job at making an effort to get that ball. It does get called out of bounds on him, but that turnover was happening before Castle got involved.
Zeldin will check in for Pettiford. Zeldin and Jaden Williams with foul trouble. Jaden Williams still on the bench right now, but he's getting ready to check in at the next break in the action. Irvin being guarded by Castle. He's going to give it over to McClung now. McClung going against Zeldin in a man-to-man look. Gives it over. It gets over to Sally, back over to McClung. Irvin has it at the top. 3:40 to go. Irvin goes past Castle. Feeds it inside to Sally. He gets a tough running shot, and it goes down, and he was fouled. 4 points for him. The foul called on Elliston. It's his first. We'll see Jaden Williams check in for Henderson. We'll see Trey Simmons check in for Castle. Sally has 4 with a chance to make it 5 right here at the line. It's 51-35 in a game that has just gotten away from Ari Lee here in the second half.
Lee, a team we know is capable of making runs second half comebacks. It's that they have not done that against teams that play at the level that Gate City does, or even has individual talent as Gate City does.
Sally will miss the free throw, and Melvin gets the board. Goes to Napier. Napier drives to the basket, gets it to go. Napier now has 14. A whistle. And we're going to clean up a wet spot on the floor that the official has noticed. And it looks like maybe it's a bigger wet spot than they thought. And the official, I know both teams' fans are upset, and even Coach Mickens is like, what? But in fairness for the official, you don't want a mess.
Yeah, here's the guy with the broom. Here's the right guy to be doing it here. It's not the bench of Lee. That's fine. I don't know why we're analyzing the cleanup. I guess the official wanted to make sure that everybody's looking at him right now and how well he controls the potential water on the court.
Oh, but you don't want someone.
No, you don't. But he's just making a little bit of a show on it.
Irvin gets the ball on the inbound. He's going to go past Trey Simmons. He's going to now work it over to Bradley Dean. And Trey Simmons will switch to Dean now. He's driving past him. Lost from the front. In the face of Isaiah Ellison. 20 points for Gate City's back to club.
That's one of those moments all these Gate City fans have been waiting for all night. A big dunk, and that was a bit of a poster situation.
Napier for 3 on the wing. Go. Ellison gets the board, and he's fouled on the floor. That brings a low cheer for the officials on the Ari Lee side. The foul on Sally is his first. Jarvis Vaughn will check back in for Ellison. And Jarvis Vaughn telling pretty telegraphed message there to the man inbounding it. Lob it up for me. Instead, it'll go to Napier in the corner. Napier in the corner just missed out on a 3. Irvin gets the rebound. He's going to go the other way, being guarded by Napier from behind. It's poked down. Good defense by Napier.
It's a good opportunity for Napier to have one of his, more impactful games, and he's doing that. And it's really been a lot here in the third quarter. He's put some more points up on the board, but also defensively, really working.
Dean Inbound Valley goes back to Dean now, and now Vermillion will give it up to Irvin. Irvin has done a good job this game, especially in the second half. He's got 20 right now on the night, 29 from McClung. That tells you the kind of night Gate City's having. Inside to Dean. Dean at the elbow gets it. He's going to spin around at the A10 logo, feed it off to Irvin now. McClung gets it, drives, feeds it back over to Sally, and now an offensive foul on Sally as Jaden Williams threw it. That's big, because that would have been 4 on Jaden Williams. Instead, it's the second on Sally.
They've got to keep the defensive pressure up. It's not been there this third quarter. They've got to get it back going full time.
And any Gate City fans that are listening, no disrespect for us, and the people behind us saying call it both ways. I just don't know what game they're watching. There's been a lot of contact both teams. Sometimes it's whistle, sometimes it's not. Jarvis Vaughn hasn't gotten any fouls called. He was looking for a teammate instead of go straight to Bradley Dean. And Bradley Dean now gets it taken away by Napier, and now Blake Collins. If that's the one, you have an insane amount of contact down here at the box. And that is just barely a touch. And I don't even know if Napier touched him. And a whistle for a reach foul there. Jarvis Vaughn lucky to not have a seat.
Yeah, he is.
Sorry for the hoop.
He can put that energy and get his team really fired up with some good team defense here on this end of the court.
McClung to an open Sally. They'll feed it over to Bradley Dean. He misses the shot right at the basket. It's pulled in by Jarvis Vaughn, who gets it over to Jaden Williams. No need to rush as they try to, and it's taken away by Zach Irvin. That pass is something we've seen earlier in the lead, not tonight. McClung. As you said earlier, Leland, this is as advertised for Matt McClung and the Gate City Blue Devils. Jaden Williams thought about a three from the wing, decides to get this. Now we'll get Trey Simmons. Three from straight on, and he's stopped it. His first points of the night. But the Gate City crowd is still on their feet after the reverse two-handed alley-oop.
And it was, that one wasn't as much of a poster, but it was still a highlight.
Zach Irvin might not be dunking, but he's got some beautiful lay-ins. There's another one. As he got the feed from McClung. Jarvis gets it on the block. He goes up. No whistle. There's another one, and this time it will be a whistle for the basket. Shouts Jarvis Vaughn. First point of the second half here. He's got 16.
He's exhausted. I mean, he's given everything he has. But he is tired, and you can see it. I mean, he worked so hard at the beginning of this game, and he was very successful himself, but it's just Gate City was outpacing him.
Thompson gets stacked with his first foul there. Jarvis Vaughn with another shot here at the line. It looks like Ellison, the man at the table, will be coming in for Vaughn should he make the free throw.
I'll tell you what, we talked about this, I think, off between at dinner break. And Gate City really has, it's not a Batman and Robin situation. It's more of, a Justice League, or I might even say in the right universe, whatever. It's Iron Man and Superman situation. I think I did jump universes. And that's what you have at Gate City. You have two guys that are very great on their own part. And Lee is kind of lacking that second scoring option. And Jarvis Vaughn, when everything was going around him, things were working. But without him, providing the offensive output, it's not going very well for Lee.
Vaughn did make the free throw. He heads to the bench for a quick breather here in the last minute of the third quarter. His team down 14. McClung might run wrong one-handed dunk. Didn't get it. Trey Simmons pulls down the board. He needs to help from a point guard. Teammates need to see there. Blaze Belvin finally comes back far enough for him to get the pass. He's going to drive to the middle now. He's going to go up, off the side of the backboard. Dean pulls in the board. McClung with it now. Under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. A missed opportunity there for Ari Lee. Zach Irvin with it now. And he is going to hold on for the last shot of the quarter. Speedy chance coming from the Gate City fans on their feet. Irvin starting to drive, pulls up at the foul line. Tough shot won't go. Ellison gets the board. Over to Henderson. Shot from half court is up. And beautiful basket for Jalen Henderson. He's got 6, and the deficit is 11. So a huge bucket. A big bucket in terms of making this a ball game once again. Lee's come from double digits once this season. Can they do it again? Stay tuned for the fourth quarter here on ESPN 1240 The Boss. Right after this.
Who wants to get lucky? Hey, Steve McDonough here from McDonough Toyota, where we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day all month long. How How many miles would you drive to save a pot of gold on a new Toyota? Receive up to $5,000 in customer cash from Toyota, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on RAV4, Camry, Corolla, Prius, and Avalon. Plus, get McDonough's lifetime engine warranty on every new Toyota on the lot. So come get lucky at McDonough Toyota. It's St. Patrick's Day all month long. The easiest place in Virginia to buy a car. Online at mcdtoyota.com.
Hi, this is Stuart Key, Marketing Specialist at Cho Airport. We would like to thank all of our passengers for another amazing record-breaking year. In 2017, over 500,000 passengers checked Cho first, with 100,000 coming from right here in the Shenandoah Valley. With 3 major airlines serving 6 major hubs, Central Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley have never been more connected. Check us out when planning your next trip at gocho.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's the fourth quarter. Ari Elite trailing by 11, 57-46 in the 2A Boys Championship. A 3 from half court for Jalen Henderson kind of gave a little life maybe to lead. Rutherford pulls up for 3 for the wing. No, but Henderson skies in. Nobody pops it out. And maybe it was a start to get Jalen Henderson going. He cuts the deficit to 9 here. This is a big moment for Ari Elite. Vaughn's still on the bench. You got to keep this momentum going. Irvin holding it. He's being guarded by Trey Simmons. He'll give it up to McClung now. McClung starting to drive, pulls it back. They'll find Irvin. Trey Simmons and Zach Irvin going one-on-one. Now Ellison switches. So loose ball out of bounds off Trey Simmons. Possession stays with Gate City. 7:13 to go.
They just have to continue the momentum that they found here. And because if they don't continue it, it's going to be too late.
And that is Max McClung. He goes up, draws a foul, and he'll head to the line for 2. Ellison was up in the air and landed on top of him. It's Ellison's second. McClung has 31 through 3 quarters. And Gate City is shooting 57.5%. Ari Lee shooting 43.5%. Not bad either, but Gate City is just putting up every shot, it seems like.
And I mean, they've won every quarter. I mean, and then Lee's going to have to come back now. We're saying, hey, they haven't had to come back with a team with as much talent as Gate City has. But, hey, here's the opportunity. It's their last chance to make a comeback, and it's at the biggest moment.
McClung, 2 from the line. Sullivan in the corner. Rims out, and the rebound pulled in by Max McClung. Gate City pushes it up to Bradley Dean now. Dean being guarded by Ellison. Now over to McClung. McClung back over to Dean. Gate City in no hurry here with a double-digit lead and just under 7 minutes to go in the game.
They're in no hurry, but I do think for Gate City perspective, they want to keep their foot going here and not completely back off, because I think especially in these next 2 minutes, if you can kind of maintain this, that's okay for Lee, and they come back a little bit fly at the end. If they can extend the lead, I think Gate City needs to kind of put it on here if they can and find ways to score to put this out of reach. Lee has done it too many times. They did it too many times on film, I'm sure, that Gate City has seen for them just to let this be right here.
McClung foul on his way to the basket, but the official will say the foul is on the floor. It's Ellison with the foul. Everybody else thinks it's a third. Jarvis Vaughn will come in for Ellison now. Now that you're coming in. Napier has also had a good game, we should say. He's got 14.
Superb game, and really he's become that second scorer that Lee needed. It's just probably needed a little bit earlier, and it's not who you necessarily just came in this game expecting. So we'll see if he's able to do it more. He can be the hero here.
He's the second scorer, but Jarvis Vaughn disappeared in that second half. He only had 3 points. McClung makes a beautiful move for the layup right there after the inbound. He's got 35 now. Napier gets the ball on the wing over to Jaden Williams. Back to Napier in the corner. They'll work it over to Henderson. Henderson back over to Jaden Williams. Napier feeds it inside to Vaughn. He's being double teamed. Hauser moves the basket. And I know what you're saying, but I mentioned it to you a little bit there at the break. That one is number 22, who's Jonathan Sally, is straight up, not moving his feet. He's moving his feet. Only when Jarvis is bumping into him. McClung gets it over to Sally. Irvin has it now. Dean has it in his hands. He's going to be double teamed. He's going to try to dribble around. He will escape pressure. He's going to go over now to Compton. Compton over to Irvin. Compton kicks it back to Irvin. Time winding down here. It's an 11-point lead for Gate City. 5:20 to go. McClung driving toward the basket around Jarvis. Vaughn goes up, gets the layup to go. He has 37. Napier brings the ball to the floor now. He'll go over to Henderson. Henderson thought about it. He'll give it up to Jaden Williams. Henderson now pulls up for three. Off the back iron, no good. Irvin has it. Napier trying to poke it away, but it goes back to Irvin, who needs some help. He'll find it in Bradley Dean. Being double teamed. Now we'll get Zach Irvin. Irvin to McClung. Jaden Williams guarding him. Goes back to Irvin, and it's good. Zach Irvin with 24 now. Vaughn has it at the free throw line. Gets it to Henderson. Tipped out to Velvin. Velvin makes one man miss. Well, now that's all the way to the basket. A beautiful move for Blaze Velvin. His first 2 points of the night.
I walked on you there, but that was a heck of a move by Blaze Velvin. Ball fake, swoop inside. That's textbook right there.
Timeout called by Coach Vermillion. It's a full, so we'll take a break here on ESPN 1240. The ball. State City ahead of RE Lee, 65-52 with 4:26 to go in the ball game. We'll be back with more basketball here on ESPN 1240. The Boss after this.
Cox Construction and Plumbing in Waynesboro introduces the hot water scrubber drain cleaning system using jet propulsion technology and totally cleaning out all clogs, leaving pipes restored, looking and working like new. If you have any kind of clog, big or small, the hot water scrubber will handle it all. Also check out their newest service, trenchless boring and pipe bursting, a fast-growing technique for replacing damaged or broken underground pipe work. No open trenches, no digging in the yard, saving time and expensive reconstruction costs. This service can replace or install new underground service lines. Call Cox Construction and Plumbing for a faster, smoother, cleaner underground piping job. Give Cox Construction and Plumbing a call today at 943-8723. Treating customers like family every day.
The Big Buzz in sports.
And I should mention this is going to rock your world.
24/7. You're listening to ESPN 1240. WTON, Stanton, Harrisonburg, and Lexington.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Irvin quickly inbounded to McClung, to Irvin, to Dean. Dean, no good. Jarvis won't post it away. He's going to try and do it himself now. He's being guarded by McClung. He'll give it up to Napier. Napier for three. No. Rutherford got the rebound all back. Just won't go down. Kind of nice for RE Lee.
Halfway down. That's just tough.
McClung has these dribbling through defenders before he gives it up to Compton. Back to Irvin. Irvin to Dean. Dean looking for help. We'll find it. Max McClung is going to be double teamed. Jarvis gets the miss and the ball. Jarvis one-handed under his slam for points 20 and 21. It's an 11-point game. RE Lee has got to do something here. Dean driving to the basket, and he's going to get the shot to go. His first point of the night. Jarvis picked up the foul. He was late defensively getting over there. It's the third on Jarvis.
You go to one end, and Lee shot halfway in, comes back out on a little nice floater that would have been. You come down to the other end, Dean with just perfect move, right to the bucket, aggressive. Gets the foul, goes to the line, and one opportunity, and this thing's getting away from where Leeds can even have a chance to come back. And disappointing on a great season and a big game, but looks like Gate City's going to win their first state championship.
Yeah, they are up 14 with 3.5 to go. Trey Simmons gets it over to Pettiford.
I think we were talking this way one game last year, and Leeds still came back and won that one, so it might not be 100% over. It's looking that way. It's leaning that way. I hope Lee can give us a reason to go back and laugh at what we're saying right now.
McClung picks up his second foul. Trey Simmons was going to the basket. He will have two shots here. And I tell you what, Lee has no chance at a miracle comeback if they don't make free throws. That's accurate. And this is the first off the front of the rim. don't think it's going to be the reason they lose tonight, but we have talked about it, Leland, on air. If Lee finds himself in a close game or a big game, free throws are going to matter.
It might not make the difference in the game tonight by point value by any means, but it creates different situations than it would have been, and that's for definite sure. 20 for 46 through three quarters they were, and it's not gotten any better since then. He can't shoot below 50% to the free throw line.
Irvin gets it over to McClung. McClung back over to Irvin. Irvin was driving, set up for folks it away. Goes to Jaden Williams. Up ahead to Jarvis Vaughn. Vaughn going for another dunk. It's going to be blocked. A 5-man block. Vaughn gets the ball back. He's going to pull up for a jumper. Off the side of the rim. No. Trey Simmons gets another chance. No. Off the side of the rim. Would not fall. The ball put away by Jaden Williams. Trey Simmons puts up a shot. That finally will go in. He's got 6 now. It's 11, though. Every time you look up, you feel like, maybe Arley's doing a comeback. It's still on the point deficit. McClung is fouled by Jarvis Vaughn. They'll head to the line, and it's the 4th on Vaughn.
I'll tell you what, everybody in the gym was waiting for a moment like that, where one of Jarvis or McClung went up for a dunk, and the other one was there to defend it. That time, McClung came out and got the block. Jarvis went up tough. McClung got the block.
And we have been somewhat critical of officials tonight, but that was all ball.
That was all ball. That was, you see highlight videos, you see stuff on the internet where people just set each other up for that, and it's like the Oklahoma drill in football. It's where you have one guy going up to the block, the other guy to dunk, and that was it. McClung came out on top on that matchup right there.
McClung makes both free throws, a little bit slam ball defense.
That's the only way I'd be able to do something like that is have a trampoline involved.
Oh, yeah. Trey Simmons puts up a three, will not go. Out of bounds, possession against City.
That's not his game. He had a good three-pointer earlier. I think you wish him maybe would have left it there, because now he's 1 for 2 from 3-point, and didn't hit nothing there.
McClung goes over to Dean, down to Sally. Irvin charging to the basket. He's fouled. He'll head to the line. We'll have to see who the foul is on. It's on Jaden. That'll be his 4th.
So it's probably
it's not. It's on Napier, so Napier picks up his 2nd.
And just kind of rehashing the foul issue, Jarvis does have 4 fouls. So next time there's a foul and you hear us start saying Jarvis' name after it, that's going to be bad news for Lee. As he's been the center of Lee's offensive world tonight, and he hasn't scored all the points by any means, but he's meant a lot to their scoring. His involvement has really impacted all scoring, and if he gets out of here, it's going to be really tough. Yeah, 21 points. Napier with 14.
Zach Irvin makes both free throws. He's at 26. Napier for 3. No good. Tips around, back out to Napier. Napier driving down to the basket. He's found the shot halfway down before it comes out again.
Man. I mean, that would be a huge play. That could be a 3-point play there, potentially. Instead, he goes to the line for 2. It was a quick shot, but at this point, 2 minutes to go, you got to take quick shots. So I think, normal basketball watching there, you thought, well, maybe why are you shooting so quick in that possession? Have to. You're going to need a lot of those if you're going to come back in this one. Still doing everything they can. It's just that clock keeps, going down for some reason.
Yeah. Napier makes the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Napier with 15 tonight.
Huge night. Great time to have your best games.
Yeah. Off the mark, Vaughn gets the rebound from behind. Jonathan Sally, all ball. 3 balls from Ari Elias. They did get possession. Napier misses. McClung with it now. He's going to lob it up to Bradley Dean. Dean rolling up his pants. The official's going to whistle and call him for a travel. I got to be honest, I don't think it is a travel because he wasn't holding the ball when the whistle blew. I think the official just didn't like to show the footage, maybe. I don't know. That's a timeout.
I'm not going to say I've never not needed to pull a hands up on the court. That was a weird time to do it.
It's a full timeout, but we'll keep it here, Leland. Let's talk about the season. I mean, look, with 1:58 to go, you're down 72-58. It's going to be a little too much for a comeback for Ari Lee, but we were mentioning it before the game. No matter what happened tonight, hats off to Coach Pickens in his first season, getting this team with all the pressure on the team back to this game. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out the way they had hoped tonight. But this team and Coach Pickens has everything in the world to be proud of.
Very much so. I mean, you have a top-notch player in Jarvis Vaughn, and you've pulled even more out of him, where he was already a D1 prospect and was going places. You know, you even got more out of him this season, and he really learned how to be a team leader. I think, last year in the tournament, we saw him come alive and be a leader offensively and defensively and have that emotional support, but not have the voice of the team. And in this season, you really saw that grow in him. That's what the colleges, Old Dominion in particular, is being really happy to use in the future, that team leadership that Jarvis has really blossomed into this season.
Williams inside of Vaughn. Back to Napier on the wing on the far side. Can't get it to go.
You've got to be following if you're going to be open.
Yep. Dean gets it to McClung. McClung the other way. Gets it to go. 2 points. He went up against Jarvis Vaughn. It wasn't a dunk, but it was a layup. He has 41 tonight.
And it was smart for him to back it off from being a dunk.
Vaughn pulls up for three. Definitely not his game. Won't go. Rebound goes to Compton. Dean has it now. Dean up ahead to Zach Irvin. The ball's a little loose. It's just falling around between Lee and Cape City. Henderson has it. He throws it up to Napier. Napier will get 2 points. He has 17. Time out by Coach Mickens with 1:12 to go. And it will be a full. So we'll take a break this time on ESPN 1240 The Ball. We'll be back with 4 high school basketball after this.
Chateau Lafitte Rothschild, 1877. Picasso, Blue Period, 1904. Roto-Rooter Jingle, 1954. What a classic!
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And the Wingo troubles down the drain.
For a clog-busting company.
Wrong-o! North America's largest sewer and drain cleaner. When they're needed, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
Hajoka Corp is the oldest plumbing supply company in Stanton, serving Stanton and Augusta County for over 50 years. Hajoka is a wholesaler of A.O. Smith water heaters, Delta faucets, ISE disposals, and a full line of other plumbing products. Hajoka also features their own private label products such as LuxArt faucets with a high-end finish at an affordable price. For all of your plumbing needs, go by or call Hajoka Corp today. Located at 401 Commerce Road, Stanton, or call 540-886-0787.
Inbound goes to Max McClung. He is hurriedly running past the RLE defense into the front court, and now he'll give it up to Zach Irvin with a minute to go. Cape City's slowing it down. Goes after Compton. Compton to Dean. Dean gets it to Irvin. Irvin over to Max McClung. McClung going to be fouled. Have to see who it's on. The foul on Pettiford is his third. McClung with 2 free throws coming.
So he's going to be trying to add on his 41 that he currently has. What a show that he's played on tonight. Scoring the basketball in different ways. Not really a bunch of outside shooting, but a lot of attacking the basket, some mid-range jumpers, but his damage at the line has been really the factor where he's able to stand there with the clock stopped and put points on the board and extend their lead throughout the night.
First one is good. One more to come with 53 seconds to go. Cape City makes it 2 for 2 at the line through Max McClung. It's 43 points on the night for McClung. From Napier.
I think they're going to get their curtain call.
Deep 3. Nothing but net for him.
What is he up to? 17?
20. Good for him. McClung has it now. He's going to be fouled. 41 seconds to go. Yeah, we have 4 subs.
They're going to get curtain call for these seniors from Cape City. That'll include Max McClung. I bet Irvin probably comes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure if these other guys are seniors. We'll see what they do here. They're pulling them back.
Okay. Or he's talking to him, maybe.
This is 2 shots.
2 shots. McClung makes the first. 44 points for Max McClung. Second shot on the way with 41 seconds. Nothing to net. He's got 45, so they won't sub. That's interesting. Henderson to Jarvis. Back over to Pettiford. Pettiford from the wing. Off the mark. Irvin gets the board. Over now to Bradley Dean. Up the floor to McClung. McClung for one more two-handed dunk. He drops it between his knees before the dunk, and that will be the end of Max McClung's high school career with a thunderous reverse two-handed dunk with authority, and the team coming out to congratulate the officials trying to back them up with the timeout that was called.
Just nothing too much there. I mean, the officials back them up, that's fine. And they deserve that moment. And Matt McClellan has done that his entire high school career. Kind of deserved that send-off with the last double clutch between your knees, come back, reverse dunk, another Sports Center highlight. I imagine, I'm going to set off Sports Center tonight because I imagine something's going to show up from here, particularly that one. And they still got Mac in there.
All of them but Mac McClellan come out. I don't know how wise that is, but I think that game is over. Yeah, okay, he had his
individual moment, I guess.
I think he had his moment. I just don't want to see something happen to the kid. Napier pulls up for three. No good. Jarvis still out there. He gets the board. He throws it toward the basket. Pettiford catches it. Feeds it back to Napier. Napier steps back for an NBA three. No. Jaden Williams with the putback. No. Vaughn gets it. He's going to pull up for three. No. Why not? Jaden Williams gets the putback this time. They had about 100 chances. He gets 2 points. The Bucks will run out on All-Day League. Gate City, the holding 2A champions in boys basketball for the first time in school history. Final score 80-65. Gate City wins this here at Richmond, Virginia. We'll take a quick break here on ESPN 1240. The Boss to break it down here from the Siegel Center at VCU. You're listening to high school basketball on ESPN 1240. The Boss will be back with more after this.
We're back. Long-time listener, first-time caller, Boris, you're on the air.
Please, I need T-shirts for softball team and trophies as well.
Boris, you're in luck. Shenandoah Awards and Apparel at 220 Frontier Drive in Stanton can tackle all of your softball needs on this, shirts and trophies.
What about signs for business?
They've got you covered there too, Boris. They have their own sign department right there in the shop and do installs as well. Not only that, but they do engraving, embroidery, screen printing, graphic designs, and sell 511 and proper tactical gear and clothing as well.
Brian, you are savior, number one guy. Thank you very much.
Well, Boris, thank Shenandoah Awards and Apparel at 220 Frontier Drive. Call 540-886-6872.
For over 40 years, the Shenandoah Valley has relied on one name when it comes to quality agricultural-like commercial and residential-related post-frame construction. Virginia Frame Builders and Supply, located on Expo Road in Fishersville, has been the Valley's premier source for projects ranging from garages, equipment sheds, cattle and equine structures, to winery and brewery facilities, and everything in between. With a sales staff dedicated to designing a structure custom suited to your desires and budget, make Virginia Frame Builders and Supply your first stop for building and design needs. Visit us on the web too at VAFrame.com. Virginia Frame Builders and Supply, providing quality buildings and supplies since 1975.
Hi, this is Stuart Key, Marketing Specialist at Cho Airport. We would like to thank all of our passengers for another amazing record-breaking year. In 2017, over 500,000 passengers checked Cho first, with 100,000 coming from right here in the Shenandoah Valley. With 3 major airlines serving 6 major hubs, Central Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley have never been more connected. Check us out when planning your next trip at gocho.com.
C.C. Rosen & Sons Tire has the Valley's biggest selection of quality name brand tires. Brands you know and trust. Uniroyal, Michelin, Cooper, and more. So take a good look at your treadwear. Do you need new tires? Go to C.C. Rosen & Sons Tire. No matter what you drive, car, truck, SUV, light utility vehicle, they have the tires you need and the experienced technicians to keep you driving safely. C.C. Rosen & Sons Tire, south of Mount Crawford and north of Newmarket on Route 11.
Moffitt Paving and Excavating take great pride in offering a variety of professional services with quality work and an impeccable reputation. Need your land cleared? Call Moffitt. Ditching or site grading for your business or residence? Call Moffitt. Need a parking lot, tennis court, or driveway? Call Moffitt. They'll be happy to give you a free estimate. For the quality professional job you need done, call Moffitt Paving and Excavating at 886-7239. Moffitt Paving and Excavating on the Old New Hope Road in Stanton is licensed and insured, and their name says quality. Call 886-7239.
John, welcome back to the Stuart C. Siegel Center here at DCU, home of the Virginia Commonwealth Rams and the site of the VHSL Basketball State Championship. We have just concluded the boys 2A state championship. Gate City the winner over RA Lee, 80-65. And before we get to breaking down the game, just a little bit of stat keeping here. We mentioned that Gate City Max McClung set the all-time single-season scoring record earlier in the year. He ends the season as the first player in high school history over 1,000 points. He has 1,153 points this year alone, breaking Allen Iverson's record. His career total is 2,801. That is also a new VHSL career scoring record. And amazing numbers. And it'll get broken someday, but it might take a while. And he is going to go to Georgetown, much like Allen Iverson. Now, I don't know if his Georgetown success will be Allen Iverson, but who knows? I mean, this kid tonight, I would have told you, Leland, before tonight, yeah, he's big, but I don't know if he can go up against other big guys. He went up against Jarvis Vaughn, who's one of the biggest guys that we're going to see. And he did pretty well. He held his own and even beat him a few times one-on-one. This kid can play. He's as advertised. If you were at home and didn't see the game and are wondering, is this kid really that good? Well, let me tell you right now, yes. In other words, yes.
He has. He lived up to the hype. He lived up to everything. I mean, he really has. There's no way to beat around the bush on that. Came in with a lot of hype. We saw him last year, and he lived up to the hype then, and then it's just gotten exponentially bigger, and he lived up to it just at the same rate. Just an incredible game out of him tonight, incredible playoff run, incredible season, and he's a great player. He's read articles all week about how great a job he does and how team-oriented he is. I'm sure he's breaking a lot of personal records, but he's really worried about teams getting win. He wanted to win the state championship tonight. That's all he was really answering questions, and you got to commend him for that. And the look on his face, the way he's acted after this game, I have no reason to think it's not true. It looks that way. He's reacting that way, that he's really seeing. He got the ball for scoring the most points ever. He throws it at his teammates, like a fair. Because it is. It's a team sport, but you've got to commend him for that. It seems like he's a decent kid. I'm sure he has a lot of confidence, as you would, but it doesn't look like he is bigger than the moment. I think he knows that he's gotten there with a lot of help, and it looks like he's appreciating a lot of that help. Let's also mention a great season for Ari Lee. I know it comes up one step short of the ultimate goal of repeating a state championship. A heck of a season from the Lehman. And unfortunately, we talked about it off air, Leland. I don't even think you question the effort from his. No, there weren't a lot of mistakes made in decision-making. And I told you it's a thing that I was told many times in my athletic career. Sometimes your bench just isn't good enough. And unfortunately for Ari Lee, that's what happened tonight. You played a team with Max McClung, who was going to Georgetown, and Zach Irvin. He's going to go play somewhere else. Yeah, the question's still out on where. But he's going to be playing D1 basketball somewhere as well. He had 26 tonight. 27 and 26 from two players. You can't survive that. And like I said, this isn't Batman and Robin. This is Batman and Iron Man. This is two top-notch, carry-your-own-movie type of players. They can dominate a team. Like Zach Irvin might bring Gate City back here next year without McClung here. Now, I would parallel that very quickly to what Robert E. Lee did this year, where last year Lee had two top-run guys, and that won them a state championship. But that's great help from a lot of players. But I think Gate City is going to try to repeat, and they're going to be missing one of their key cogs there in Matt McClung. But I think Irvin's going to bring him right back here. I would not be surprised at all. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to all those players that earned this 100%. Robert E. Lee earned being here just as much, and there was a good portion of that game where they were right in it and had their opportunities. It was really late in this ball game before you finally knew that Gate City was going to take it. This was not send it in at halftime. This was, 4-4 before this thing was decided. So.
Yeah, Gate City celebrating their first state championship in school history. It took 5 times of getting here to finally win one, but they did, and they did it decisively. Because as you mentioned, while the game wasn't decided until midway through the fourth, it was a game Gate City controlled.